shake them people off, y'all. Y'all gotta catch the vibe with me. Catch the vibe, y'all. So packed up my Louis Vuitton, jumped in the ride into I gotta shake you off, cause the loving ain't the same. And you keep on playing games like you know I'm here to stay. But I gotta get up out of here and go somewhere. I gotta shake you off. For somebody who appreciates all the love I give, baby, and that means I gotta shake you off. Shake. You wasn't worth my time, so I'm leaving you behind. Appreciates all the love I give, for I gotta. Alright, you guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a wait. I know. I gotta do better about giving you guys more content, but I'm back at it with another video. So, I'm back at it with another video. So, without further ado, as you guys can see by the title of this video, today I'm gonna be telling you guys about the time his baby mother called. Now, I know you guys know I'm not in a relationship and anything like that. I'm single. Or maybe you didn't. I'm very much single. I am living my best life. Right now, I'm in a place where I'm just not particularly looking for a relationship. Like, if it happens, it happens. And in this stage in my life, I was feeling the same way. With every story time, you guys, I have to give you guys a little backstory so we know, you know what I'm talking about. So in this story time, we're going to be talking about a guy we're going to call Baby Daddy. We're going to call him Baby Daddy because he was a baby daddy and we didn't know. I met Baby Daddy when I was in high school. I met him in high school. We were classmates or whatever. He was one class above me, so he graduated a year before I did. And in high school, I never really talked to him, didn't, you know, interact with him or anything like that. Didn't really know him like that. Like, we had one little exchange, but that was it. It wasn't anything crazy. Like, I didn't really know him as a person, whatever. So fast forward to 3 years later after graduation. So at this point, I'm seasoned. I'm grown at this point, and he's very much grown. This particular time, it was summertime. So I wanted to get some braids done. And, you know, I am a college student, so money's tight. Money's tight. So I obviously am trying to find someone who could do my hair for a lower price. I have a few people in my city that can do my hair, but they charge a little bit more because, you know, the braids are really nice. You want somebody to braid your hair to the floor, you're going to have to pay braid your hair to the floor money. So I wasn't trying to get my hair braided like I usually do, but I was trying to get it something protective done. So I asked my mom, you know, who can we go to? And she gives me this lady that she's been going to. We're going to call her T. We're going to call her T. So my mom referred me to this lady named T. And T was supposed to do my hair. So I hit up T or whatever. And she's done my hair before. I liked her work. Like, I think she did an amazing job. But I noticed that a lot of her braids look just like her other clients. And I didn't want to just be another experiment and another number. You know, like, no, everybody knows you get your braids done. You're not going to want your braids to look like the next girl or the next girl or the next girl. And if you have a person that's a beautician or a braider that's doing your hair, you're going to want them to have a little more versatility when it comes to their braids. And she didn't have this, but I was desperate. We set up an appointment and I make my way to get my hair done that day. So fast forward to the appointment day. Get there to get my hair done. I'm happy, you know, it's pouring down rain, you guys. As soon as I get there, thankfully, I made it safe and everything. My mom had just got to work, so she drops me off to go get my hair braided. At this time, I didn't bring my car. My mom leaves. Mom leaves because she was tired or whatever. T was like,
oh, just go home. It'll be fine. I'll braid her hair. Everything will be fine. I'll just take her home for you.
And I was like, okay, cool. My mom was like, cool, you know, as long as you okay with taking her home, I'll pay you gas or something. She was like, no, it's fine. Totally fine. So my mom leaves and T finishes braiding my hair. And as she's finishing braiding my hair, she gets on the phone and T is on the phone like,
hey, are you coming by the house? Are you coming by the house? The dogs need to be fed. The dogs need to be fed. Are you going to come feed the dogs and take out the trash?
And I'm wondering to myself, like, who is she talking to? Like, she must be talking about her son or something. So I go back to, you know, like, relaxing, listening to the TV. T gets off the phone, and she's talking to me. She's like,
oh, Byanca, do you know my son?
and I'm like, your son? Who is your son? She was like,
You probably went to school with him. He used to go to school where you live and everything. Do you know baby daddy?
I'm like, I try to play it off like I don't know baby daddy. Cause she, as soon as she mentions it, I'm like trying to play it off. Like, I'm like, I know of him. I know of him. And she was like,
Oh, okay, because I was just wondering, because he's about to come by here, and I just wanted to make sure, you know, it wouldn't be awkward or anything.
I was like, no, it shouldn't be awkward at all. Y'all, I had interaction with him before. Like, I didn't do anything with him, but I almost did. We'll have a story time about that before. So I knew him. Like, I knew this guy. Now I'm nervous as hell because he's coming and that's her son. Like, baby daddy is T's son. So he's coming over. He gets there, so boom, he opens the door and he walks straight past me. I'm not even worried about him speaking. T makes a big deal out of it, of course. He was like, oh, hey son, gives him a hug and a kiss on his forehead. And me, and she's like, oh, are you gonna speak to my guest? Are you gonna speak to Byanca? And he just kind of brushed her off or whatever. So we didn't speak after that. I just finished getting my hair braided like that. She's dipping and she's like, oh, this is the part where I got fucked up. This is the part where I was mad because it's like she could tell there was tension, but she had the audacity to say,
Oh, baby daddy, can you go ahead and take Byanca home for me? Because I'm really tired of her braiding her hair. I don't really feel like driving all that way. Since you're already going that way, just take her with you.
so of course he's like, I don't know if Byanca wants me to take her home. Me and Byanca don't fuck with each other. I was like, okay, cool. I didn't really give a fuck. Because at the same time, like, it had been years since I ever interacted with this person. So it shouldn't have been any animosity at all. But I was nervous because I hadn't seen him in a long time. I wasn't mad at him. He made it animosity. And I was like, I don't have a problem with him. I was like, it is okay with him. I will ride with him. I didn't want to ride with him, but I knew I kind of didn't have a choice. Like, she kind of asked him already. Like, it's not like I had an option in the matter. Like, I could have called my mom, but I felt like, you know, we already told her it would be fine. She'd probably sleep now. Why would I wake her out of her sleep just for a ride home? It's just a simple ride home. What could go wrong? So he takes me home along with his siblings, and we all get in the car. And so I'm thinking I'm gonna get in the back seat, you guys. Like, I immediately, already in my mind, I'm like, I'm gonna get in the back seat because we already have met each other. We have interaction. I already didn't want to ride with the guy, so I might as well sit in the back seat. Simple. I'll just sit in the back seat. We'll get there. Everything will be fine. It's cool. So his sister tries to get in the front seat, and she's like, oh, I'll sit in the front seat. And he sees me about to get in the back seat, and he's like, nah, y'all go ahead and sit in the back. And I'm thinking he's talking to me. So I'm still steady getting in the back seat, trying to get in the back seat. And he was like, no, you sit in the front.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
I was like, I didn't say anything because it's his truck. Like, what am I supposed to say? So I get in the front seat, and his two siblings, get in the back seat. And we pull off. Everything is cool. His mom waves or whatever. I'm pissed at her because it feel like she kind of put me in that predicament to be with him, like be around him. And I didn't want to be around him. So we're driving. He's driving hella fast. In my mind, you know, nothing is wrong. But then I remember this guy has had like 3 wrecks. I already am having anxiety. And I'm like holding on for dear life, like praying the whole way. Like, he drives so fast. He was driving 90 and 75. It was just too much. And there were like wide ass turns. Like, he could have easily killed us. But thankfully, you know, my prayers got us home. My prayers got us safely home. We get to my city. He drops off his siblings first. I didn't think about it at the time, but in my mind, I'm like kind of curious as to why he dropped them off first. If they were both, all of him and his siblings were all going to the same destination. It really just didn't make sense to me. So he dropped me off his siblings first. We pull off and leave them, and that's when he starts talking to me. He's like, oh, where do you live? I'm gonna take you home. And I tell him where I live and everything, but I was kind of stuttering, like, I'm like, I live here. And so he takes me home, and I get there. I immediately get out the truck. I'm like ready to go, and he grabs me. He's like talking to me outside of the truck. He's like, come back, let me talk to you. And that's when he asked me for my number, y'all. He asked me for my number, and I gave it to him. I just gave it to him because I figured, like, we've talked before. There's no tension. There's no animosity. He's a cute guy. I'm single. I'm doing what I want to do. I didn't think nothing of it. So I give him my number, and boom. That's how we met. We start texting like 2 days later, just casual catching up and everything like that. And I'm really feeling dude. Like, I'm really feeling baby daddy. I like him. He's cute. He's flirtatious, you know. I'm feeling it. Like, I'm really feeling him. So we start, you know, of course me, I'm single. He's single. So we start, you know, getting intimate. We started getting intimate, y'all. We started smashing on a regular basis. Like, I'm talking like whenever he wanted it, whenever I wanted it, we set it up and made a move. Like, that, it was what it was. We was having sex constantly. It was just on a constant basis. Like, it was our sex relationship. It was good. It is what it is. Judge me. I don't care. Baby daddy, he's the number one pick. You like, the top was good. The cereal dipping was good. The I don't even know. The swimming, he just did a juice box good. You know, he did a cereal bowl good. So I kept him around for a good bit. Me and baby daddy at one point just stopped talking because he disrespected me in a way that I just felt like was just non-mendable. I was upset with something he said to me on some casual conversation shit, just some petty shit. So one day, I'm at work. So I'm chilling or whatever, talking to my coworker, and I get this call, y'all. I know the area code because it's my area code. And I'm just like, I don't know this number. It's probably just a bill collector. I ignore it. I continue to talk to my coworker, and I'm like, girl,
This on the 3rd, this on the 5th, you know, this, that, and the 7th.
and the person, whoever it is, calls again, y'all. That's when I bring it up to my coworker. I'm like,
I don't know this area code. Do you know this number by chance? Would you feel comfortable calling?
and she's like,
No, I don't think you should call it. It's probably just a wrong number.
so I don't answer. I get back to, you know, doing my job, typing up emails, doing what I'm supposed to be doing. They text. And I'm just like, okay. So I read the phone. What the messages said was, hey, we need to talk. I'm like, who is this? Like, immediate, like, quick ass reaction. They text back, they're like, I know who you are. We just need to talk. We can talk about that later. I need to ask you a few questions. I'm like, damn, am I going to jail? Like, I'm like on the edge of my seat wondering who the f it is. Because immediately when I read it, I think it's somebody from my past. So I'm like, the least you can do is tell me your name, something, you know, at least let me know who this is so we can, you know, text. Because maybe we can text. The person was like, no, just call me back. And I'm like, I'm at work at the moment. I could call you later. I'm thinking to myself, it has to do with, boom. I get home, take my shower. The person calls again. I'm just like, I'm not answering it. But I don't know what came over me. I don't know what happened. But spur of the moment, something just told me, just answer the phone. So I answer the phone. Y'all. I pick it up, and I'm like, hello? Who is this? And I hear a high-pitched voice say,
Hello?
and as soon as I heard that high-pitched ass voice, I immediately hang up the phone. I do, you know, beep, beep. I'm done. I'm like, who the f that? Who is calling me? Who is calling me right now? Like, I don't even know nobody with a high-pitched voice that's a girl. So I don't even know what to expect at this point. And I'm trying to get my thoughts together. And the person texted me with 2 question marks. And so I call back. I'm just like, whatever it is, we about to find out. I call back, y'all. I'm on the toilet at this point. I'm on the toilet like this. Hello? And they answer again. They're like,
Hey, is this Byanca?
and I'm like, yeah, what's up? What's up? All I hear, y'all, is kids in the background.
No, ma'am.
And she's like,
Do you know baby daddy?
I'm like, yeah, I do know baby daddy. What about him? And she's like, I'm his baby's mother, and I would appreciate it if you told me what y'all are doing.
That is amazing. Wow. Like, oh my God.
I'm in awe. I'm like, baby mama, you have children? I didn't even know you had children. At this point, I'm astonished, y'all. I am astonished. Like I knew I wasn't going to be talking to baby daddy. This was not a serious relationship. But in my mind, I'm just like, kids? Baby mama? She calling me?
Wait a damn minute. What?
What's really going on? You're single. Why is your baby mama calling me? So I'm listening. I'm like, yeah, we don't really got nothing going on. It's really nothing. I just, he's a friend of mine. And so she's like, yeah, well, I saw the text messages and I feel like there's something deeper going on. I tried to ask him what y'all had going on and everything, and I feel like he's lying to me. Because I seen y'all's text message, he talking about he trying to buy something from your business. He's talking about he trying to buy me a sleepwear set from your business. Is that true? I'm like, we really don't have nothing going on. We don't really do too much talking. I'm slick at the mouth, y'all. I'm like, we really don't do too much talking. Like, I'm thinking she gonna catch on. Nothing was click. And she was like, yeah, well, I just wanted you to know that he is in a relationship with me. And this is the part that blows me. She said, he don't have no time for all of these people. He works nights and we live together and with our son. I'm just sitting there on the toilet like, I don't know why she's telling me all of this. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck that y'all live together. I don't give a fuck that y'all sleep together. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. So she just constantly telling me,
Oh, well, I just want to confront him. Could you, like, at least tell me what y'all got going on?
I'm just like, at this point, I guess I had to spell it out for her. So I'm like, yes, we've had sex. That's all we've ever done. We've had sex a few times. I assumed that he was single because he told me he was single. I didn't know he had a child. I didn't know he, had a baby mother. I didn't know none of this stuff because we just recently started to have sex with each other. We've had sex a couple times. She's on the phone. She's like,
Oh my gosh, I can't believe he did this to me. We live together. He should have never been over there with you. Oh, and she was like, I'm just glad that you're honest with me.
you know me, girl power all day long. I'm like, honestly, you shouldn't even be worried about him. Like you're a mother. You should just leave him. You should take this as a step in the right direction to leave him alone. Because he's not a good person. He's an nigga. Like, he really tried to run game on you and then tried to swoop in and run game on me and lie to me and manipulate me so he could get what he wanted out of both of us. I think at this point, this is your time for you to let him go. You got the information you needed. So she's like,
Oh, thank you for this talk. I just needed to know because he's done this before.
I was just like, he's done this before. What do you mean? She's like,
Yeah, a lot of these girls that he's sleeping with don't actually tell the truth, or they tell me the truth and they don't care about how it affects me. And I appreciate the fact that you actually are honest and you're trying to fill me in.
had I known he was in a relationship and everything like that, I would have never slept with him. And she was like, okay, cool, that's good to know. She gets off the phone with me and everything is cool. I'm sitting in there just replaying the whole conversation in my mind. Like, why did this nigga lie to me? Why the fuck am I sitting here fucking somebody daddy? To top it off, y'all, the girl sends me a message, picture of her.
What's up with that?
I'm wondering, I thought the conversation was over. And she was like,
oh, this is what I look like, by the way, just so you know, because I know you said you don't know who I am.
and I'm just like, still don't know you. I'm just like, I still don't know you and I don't care to. And she sends me a picture and I'm like, oh, you're very beautiful. You should just do better. You know, you shouldn't settle for a guy that's, you know, less than what you're worth, you know? I try to build her confidence, try to, you know, talk her into a better situation, try to be the bigger person, you know, be mature, like the mature woman I am. So, you know, I try to do that. And she continues to message me and she's like harassing me at this point, talking about send me some text messages. I need some text messages so I can prove to him that he cheated on me. At this point, it's getting pathetic. Because she's basically telling me, like, she wants me to send her screenshots of our messages so that she can show him that she has proof of him cheating instead of taking my word for it, which I've already verified that we slept together while they were in said relationship. I don't even know. At this point, I'm so annoyed with the situation. She just keeps harassing me. She's like, send me the messages. I need the messages because he's lying to me constantly. He just got home and I'm confronting him and I'm gonna kick him out of here. And I'm just like, okay, that has nothing to do with me. But I'm still trying to be, you know, kind of remorseful because I did mess up a home and didn't even know. So I'm like, I feel like at this point I at least owe the girl the screenshots. I don't have to, but I feel remorseful for her. Like, I feel bad for her. So I sent her like two screenshot texts. And she looks at the timestamps and she's like, oh wow, he was coming home to me that night. I'm just like, baby girl, you are tripping. So she's like, yeah, he came home to me that night. Wow, I can't believe he did this to me and our child. And I'm just like, still don't have anything to do with this. And I'm just like, why are you wrapping me into this? I don't have anything to do with this. And she was like, at this point, you are involved. Like, I'm like, no, bitch. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. And she just continues to try to get more screenshots out of me of our messages. I don't know if she was in denial, but he continued to deny, like, us ever sleeping together, which was crazy to me because he knows we slept together. But for some reason, he was latched onto this girl. I'm guessing since they live together, you know, you have to play it off like you didn't cheat. I mean, you don't want to be homeless. So he just keeps lying to her, apparently. That's what she's saying in the text messages to me. He's lying. He's not telling the truth. Send me more screenshots. Send me more screenshots. I get tired at this point. I'm just like, no, I'm not obligated to send you any more screenshots. I sent you what you needed to see. You have every little bit of information. Like, what else do you need from me? You got this in the bag. You seen, like, you heard me tell you he cheated. Like, he had sex with me a week ago. And then on top of that, you know, you've seen the proof in the messages. He's texting me flirty text messages. That should be enough verification right there. But for some reason, she felt like she needed more validation from the situation and everything. And then she even texted me. She went out of her way to text me that she kicked him out that night and that they broke up. And I was just like, okay, that's very good. I hope that I helped. But yeah, y'all. That was the time that his baby mama called. And yes, the girl was crazy. She really tried to keep a conversation going with me about him and like really be cool with me and bond with me over him. And it's just like, that's not my guy. I was never trying to date him. My intentions were never to be committed to this guy. And somehow I got wrapped up into their cheating scandal. Like, y'all, I promise, I did not know he was in a relationship. You know, because I'm single. I don't owe anybody any explanations and everything. You know, I'm just doing me. I'm having a hot girl summer. But, yeah, I got wrapped up into some baby mama drama. And she called me, y'all. She called me. And, yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this story time. I know I didn't have the screenshots. I wish I had the screenshots so I could show you guys all of the messages so y'all could really read them. But this story time, I didn't have the screenshots. Next time, I promise you guys, I'm going to have the receipts. I promise I'm not making this shit up. But yeah, like, comment, and subscribe down below. Leave a heart if you made it to the end of this video. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Y'all, stay tuned. And if you're new to this channel, subscribe to the channel, y'all. Get active. Go watch some of my older videos. I have some cool content coming y'all's way pretty soon. I got a clothing haul coming at you guys next week. Y'all, subscribe to the channel and be a doll, you know. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Gucci, Louis,